Thank you, Chairman and Ranking Member, for holding this hearing today, and thank you to our witnesses for joining us. America's small businesses are the backbone of our communities, the first employers for millions of families, and the anchors of local economic life. I think we can all agree crime holds businesses back from reaching their full potential for their communities they serve. It makes it harder for business owners and workers to keep their families fed and bills paid. Protecting and supporting small businesses is the only way for our economy to prosper. On top of everything, small business owners open their doors every morning only to be hit from every direction in this Trump's era. In spite of backward Republican proposals that worsen crime, we have seen historic drops in crime over the last few years, but we can still do better, and we can reduce crime in ways that are smart and empathetic. Our focus must remain on advancing evidence-based policies that foster real stability for our small businesses. Policies like those implemented in Newark, New Jersey, my home city, and our great Congressional District 10. We are very proud to be charting a pathway forward that uses community-based, holistic methods to reduce crime. By embracing a public health approach, Newark has seen a violent crime drop over 50% in the last decade, and in 2024 saw the lowest rate of homicides in 60 years. This success is a testament to how we've empowered our community to be co-producers of public safety instead of outdated policies that do nothing more than lock people away and ignore the real cause. With that, I want to go to Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson, first of all, I want to thank you for being here, and I want to thank you for sharing your story and for all of the advocacy work that you have done over your time, not just here in DC, but across the country. It's great to see you again, and thank you for being here. It's unfortunate that you have to be here and watch my colleagues across the aisle talk out of both sides of their mouths this morning. While we talk about small businesses, seeing an increase in attacks from, violence, we also see that they have reduced so much in anti-violence funding from closing down and shutting down the Office of Gun Violence Prevention. All of these things that we constantly see happening, but yet they are concerned about law enforcement and concerned about crime in our communities. I find it, baffling to hear that. Small businesses often note that crime around their storefronts is tied to broader challenges, especially in urban communities. For example, lack of youth engagement, mental health supports, and neighborhood instability. Based on your experience, how do investments in these preventative services, such as job training and therapy, improve safety outcomes and reduce risk and operating costs for the small businesses located there?
Well, look, we in the last 2 years, 2023 and 2024, we saw a 31% reduction in homicides. And this year, we're on pace for another 18% reduction, which means we've cut the crisis of gun violence and gun-related homicides in half due to these investments and investing in mental health, where the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act put us at the gold standard for youth mental health, investing in community violence intervention, investing in law enforcement, investing in victim services. We added $2 billion in victim services, and all of that helps prevent violence before it happens, prevent violent crime before it happens, as well as when you couple that with holding gun dealers and the gun industry accountable from putting guns into communities or into the hands of those who are most at risk. But right now, as you shared, it's all under siege. $820 million in grants were canceled, 373 awards in the Department of Justice alone. That included $3.5 million from Project Safe Neighborhoods, a law enforcement program created under the President Bush administration. There was significant cuts for police training. There was even a $13 million cut to the Rural Violent Crime Reduction Initiative. And so we're watching all the infrastructure that was put in place that has seen historic results 3 years in a row being dismantled, defunded, and destroyed. And luckily, we have states like New Jersey that have their own Office of Violence Prevention that are investing at the state level to offset these slashes. But we're seeing so many states and cities really suffer in this infrastructure being destroyed.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing that. Once again, across the aisle, my colleagues, whether it's a woman or a man, always lying, but one thing that doesn't lie is the number and the data. Thank you for sharing. With that, I yield back.